Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, Happy Healthy Whole. One thing that we have to do in life to keep ourselves interested and distracted sometimes is we have to find a hobby, something that we like to do. One of mine is reading, and I had a co-worker to ask me to do this video because they always see me reading like in my spare time, and they wanted to know what were my top 5 books of this year. At the beginning of this year, it is September now, September 21st today. I had challenged myself at the end of January, and I didn't really start it until February, to read 30 books this year. Now, I am not a big, self-help business, but I've already done all that. I did all that in my 20s. Now I just want to read things that are exciting to me. So most of the books that I read are suspense books or mysteries or just general life situations. They're fiction, but it's about something that could potentially happen in real life kind of thing. Those are the types of books that I like. So out of the 30 books that I've read, and I actually finished my challenge in August, mid-August. So I got done early, and I've just completed book 35. It was okay, but it's not in my top 5. So I'm going to give you my top 5 books from my reading challenge for this year. And keep in mind, most of my books are suspense books. They are mysteries, something something that makes you think, basically. The Silent Patient is my number 1 out of the 5. I'm not going to give away any details in any of these books. I'm just going to list them. But The Silent Patient was a very good read. I will say, if you got time, if you like to read, sit down with that one. It's a good one. My next one is None of This Is True by Lisa Jewell. And pay attention to I'm going to tell you the author's names on these because you could get them confused. None of This Is True, Lisa Jewell. Lisa Jewell is actually a British author. I found that a lot of titles that I were reading that were by American authors, they were kind of predictable for me. Being an American and growing up in American culture, you can kind of see where things are going. You know, the twist and the turn is not necessarily a twist and a turn, you know. Not saying that the books aren't good, because the books still be good, but what I've learned that when I read books from a foreign author, the twist and the turn sometimes is not expected. Or there is an added thought process that the Silent Patient author is also British. It's a British guy. Alex somebody, I can't think of his last name right now, but it's some long name, starts with an M. But Lisa Jewell tends to write in a way where I think I know what's about to happen. I'd be like, yeah, I got it. I don't have it. But None of This Is True I have read all of her books except for 2, and I actually have 2 of them. I have those last 2 that I'm going to read next week, probably. But by far, None of This Is True by far is a really good read, and in my opinion, one of her tops, hands down, one of her tops. None of This Is True. My third book for the year is Everyone Here Is Lying. Okay, Everyone Here Is Lying is by Shari Lapena or something. I think I'm saying that right. Shari. I think her Lapena. It's a good read. It is a good read, and she is an American author. However, I was able to predict the end of that one, but nonetheless, it was still a good read. It was still a good read. And I Found You. I Found You is also by Lisa Jewell. So that lets you know I really do like her writing. I Found You was It was a good read. It was a good read. I don't want to give anything away on the books because if you love reading, I want you to go out and read these books. And all of these books are older, so you should be able to find them at your local library. Except for None of This Is True. None of This Is True might not be at the library just yet. I did have to purchase that one. But the rest of these I found at my local library. And Night Shift. Night Shift is the last one, and it is by an American author, and his name is Alex as well. Alex Finlay or something like that. Finlay, something like that. It was a good read as well. So if you are a reader and you like suspense books and you like things that will keep you reading, keep you on the edge, keep you, oh my God, I've got to know what's going to happen. I will say this. I read None of This Is True in the quickest amount of time. All 5 of these books are probably about the same. They're right around 300 pages or a little bit more than 300 pages. But none of them are 400 pages, I don't think. And I probably read None of This Is True in 2 or 3 days, like literally. It probably only took me about 3 days because I was like, what in the world is going on? And the fact that, I will say this, the way she wrote the pandemic into it was brilliant. It's brilliant. I just, she did such a great job with that book. But yeah, so The Silent Patient, None of This Is True, Everyone Here Is Lying. Those are 2 separate books. I Found You and Night Shift. Those are all good reads. And if I had to pick a 6th one that was, my 5 was kind of a teeter-totter moment, I would pick Creep by Jennifer Hilliard. Creep is a good book. It's a good book. If you're not good with death and dying and torture, stay away from that one. But Creep, it was a pretty good book. And just so you'll know, Creep, there's a part 2 to Creep called Freak, if you want to get those collectively, by Jennifer Hilliard. All right, that's my book review.